Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the InArt Black Myth Wukong GUANGZHI, or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but that should be pretty close and good enough. This guy, I think he's a wolf. I've heard people say he's a rat. I think he's supposed to be a wolf. He has no tail either way, so it's hard to say for sure, but the mouth looks like a wolf to me. Anyway, this guy is super cool in the game. Pretty darn cool as a figure too, but I think there is one issue, and maybe you guys can correct me if I'm wrong if you've played the game, but we'll get into that in just a minute. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, let me show you my package. It is the same style packaging we've seen for a while now, with the black and white kind of stippled look. It's not exactly that, but kind of close. There you go. Not a whole lot to look at for the packaging, because it's most important to have the stuff inside the packaging be good. So why worry about the outside of the packaging too much? That's my take. I don't know what's going on with this guy in terms of availability on their own website. This is a review sample, so if there is availability on their website, I'll put a link there. If not, I'll put a link to Big Bad Toy Store or wherever I can for you guys to be able to track it down. He stands with a little bit of bend to him, but not a ton. About, let's just say 6 1/4 to the top of his head. That's going to make him roughly 16 centimeters. Here he is up against Wukong. Am I wrong about this? This is what I need you to correct me. Shouldn't he be twice as tall as this? Like way bigger? Like, I thought he was way bigger. I haven't played the game. I've watched people play it. Maybe I didn't see something. I thought he was humongous compared to Wukong. So, if he's supposed to be twice as tall as he is, that's definitely a problem. If there's like a small version of him, then that's fine. But he seems to be quite small to me. So let me know what you guys think about that. Alright, let's get into the aesthetic on this guy. The soft goods look really nice. We have some detailed soft goods going on here and throughout for this kind of rainbow oil spilled sort of beetle shell look going on. That's pretty cool. And then we have more soft goods over here that have a whole different look. That's pretty nice. We have these tattered pieces. Yeah, they do a really good job with their detailed soft goods. And then for the detailed sculpt work as well, that's really, really nice. It's hard to tell, like if you're not holding it for a review, from a distance, you won't necessarily know which pieces are soft goods or not. That's pretty well done. Same thing for the gauntlet over here, looks really nice. And then for the head, lots of nice detail throughout. The hair sculpt is really good. The paint is good. The face, nice and clean. The eyes look nice. The mouth, which does open and close a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. Very, very, very nicely detailed. You can see for his legs, which are sculpted underneath the loose cloth. Come on. Again, very nicely detailed. So yeah, looks great. Size thing seems to be a problem, so I'm just going to rate it as if the size thing isn't an issue. And then if the size thing is an issue, well, you decide what you want to do about that. I'm going to say a 9.5 out of 10 for the looks. It's pretty darn nice. I think this part right here could look a little bit better. The loose baggy sleeve, which obviously that's what it's supposed to be. The material doesn't look great on the inside, and we have a lot of seams, so maybe this should have been 2-ply so that you don't see any of that. I think that would have helped a lot. It maybe would have cost more, but I think it would have made it look a lot better. But yeah, he does look really, really nice. Okay, as far as accessories go, we have a decent spread of hands, like probably all that you're going to need. That's a good amount of hands. We have his 2 swords, which are sculpted and painted to look flamey. I'm a little bit torn on these. Like, it's a nice sculpt in the paint job. I see what they're going for. Maybe a little bit too much black, but they look pretty cool. You can hold those individually, or you can use this other piece to peg them together to make like a staff. That's fine. I think they should have had transparent fire, or translucent fire, just like these other 2 accessories, which would be his big swooshy ones, which look just absolutely amazing, except for the fact that one of them is quite a bit more red than the other, so putting them together might look a little bit strange, but they still are wonderful, and I'm guessing that's just my bad luck. But yeah, that is one of the best looking. Like, they look like they're glowing. They're so well done. They're very, very nicely done. And they also can connect together like the little ones. I'm guessing this is supposed to be the same accessory as the little one, just flaming, but either way, same sword. They look fantastic, other than that one color discrepancy that I have. And then we have the display stand, which is pretty nice too, which you could definitely use for this guy because he'll be jumping around. Good spread of accessories. Maybe we should have the flaming ones for the non-flaming ones. I don't know. I'll go 9 out of 10 for accessories. That's still pretty darn good, and you're getting a lot for their money with this company anyway, so it's hard to criticize lack of accessories when you already get a bunch. Okay, now, as far as articulation goes, can this guy pose? In the game, he's quite nimble, though I don't know that you're going to see most of him doing it, because he moves really, really fast and is spinning around and flipping and jumping and stuff, so I don't know how well you'd be able to see any of it, but let's see if we can get him to pose. The hair does have a little bit of play. I'm guessing it's not actually a hinge, that it's just a loose piece of plastic. I can't tell for sure in there. Maybe there's an actual pin holding it together, but the hair does move around. Like I said, the mouth does open and close, and then the head and neck are articulated. This hair, not so soft though. So, yeah, you're not going to get the most range out of this guy. He can look up, he can look down. Side to side's a little bit more limited than I would like. It's not like deal breaking, but it definitely isn't as much as you might want it to have. And then for the shoulders, you don't really see much of them. They're not made for looking at. They're in there. They're not good looking. I don't know if you can even see it. They're meant to be covered by the clothing. So they're goofy looking, so make sure the clothing's covering them. But we're going to see if we can figure out what they can do with the clothing over them. So we can raise the arm up. Oh, all the way. It just goes all the way up. No problem. So that's good. I like that. And then, of course, back down. Bicep swivel, rotating forward with a butterfly. You can get his arm basically just forward. It's not going to go across the chest too much, but obviously you can use your elbows as well. And so the butterfly motion is kind of limited. I mean, it does work. It'll definitely help for nuance posing and adjustments and things. So you have to do your shimmies to get things to go where you want them to go, but they do work. Double jointed elbow, which looks very nice, by the way. That is a nice elbow joint. Good range and good looking. Very nicely done. Ball hinge wrist, that's standard. This side, I'm guessing, is going to be the same. Although this clothing is a little bit more slim fit, so we're going to have to play around with it. But yeah, that clothing works as well. You just have to deal with it getting stuck on the plastic, and then it works. So that's fine, that's good. There is a wire going around here, by the way. A thin wire, but it's hard to get this open sleeve to look good with the translucent material and extra seams and stuff, but you can make it work. Okay, so yeah, the shoulders work. The arms will be about the same. Even with the gauntlet, they work just about the same, so that's good. Same thing for the wrists. For the torso, we do have upper and lower joints. I don't think you get a ton of range, though. Leaning back is like that, which isn't bad, but it's not a ton. And then going forward, he can lean forward nicely, so that's pretty good, too. And then, of course, you have your rotation. Leaning doesn't seem to be much of a thing. Or maybe it's the clothing inhibiting it. I don't know for sure, but I can't get him to lean too much either way. So be mindful of that. This is all one piece. I mean, not the rope part, but the rest is all one piece. But it seems like it should move out of the way. And for the hips, I'm guessing we have ball sockets. Yeah, big old balls in there. And no drop downs or anything. So let's see what these balls can do. Bringing the leg forward. Yeah, not the best. Not the most range ever. Going back is alright. Going out to the side is almost all the way. But definitely some limitation going forward. Can't go as far as you might want to do. Thigh swivel is in there. It feels like a standard thigh swivel. The knees have a little bit of an extra bend to them, but you can get a full nice deep bend on there. Because he is kind of digitigrade, I guess. I guess he is all the way, not kind of. But the way the knees work is a little bit unorthodox just because of the way the hinge goes a little bit farther forward. But they do also get range down here. I think this is just a ball. Careful, it might scratch the paint. That's a bummer. But yeah, it's just a ball to get a little extra play in the shin there. And then down here, I believe it's an actual ball hinge. We're going to see, but it goes all the way back. And pretty far forward. Ankle rocker. Yeah, it's there kind of, but it's awkward. I don't know. It looks like it's a ball hinge, but you're not getting a ton of range out of it because of the shape of things. So yeah, he's maybe not the most articulated. I'm going to go like 6 out of 10 for articulation. He's pretty limited in a lot of ways. Oh, I didn't mention the wiring. All this stuff is wired. All the dangling bits are wired. So that's good. That's really nice. But yeah, his torso's a little bit limited. His hips don't have the most range. His knees are okay. Ankles are okay. Arms are good. Neck's only okay. Yeah, he's not the most articulated, which is kind of a bummer. Now, if you're just going to put him in a cool pose and like where he's not doing a whole lot with the flaming things, you're set because it looks great. But yeah, he's not as much articulated as I was hoping he would be. Still probably good enough, but certainly leaves a little bit to be desired in terms of range. So, time for the final verdict on this guy. I think there's a lot to really like about him. I think they did some really, really nice things. And even though this is a review sample, I still have to give my honest opinion. The articulation does let me down. I was expecting to have a lot more range on this guy, so that's a bit of a bummer. This could be executed better. At first I thought it was great, but then seeing that seam in there really takes a little bit of the fun away. And then of course these things, though that's probably just my copy, one being red and one being orange. I mean, they're not that different, but hopefully on camera you can see it. That takes away a little bit of it too, so I'm left a little bit bummed out despite the overall fantastic nature of their figures. This one's leaving me a little bit wanting. I'm still going to go overall 8 out of 10. Like, you're getting a lot of good figure for your money, but there are definitely some drawbacks on this guy. I don't think they're deal breaker type things, except for maybe if you wanted a whole lot of range. But it's definitely something you should be aware of, and that's why we do reviews here. So, gotta be honest, those are some of the issues. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll be done there. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.